E. Jean Carroll should have been everyone's red line in this country. In a court of law, by a jury of his peers, including 2 Trump supporters, they found enough evidence to say that, yes, he is an adjudicated rapist. He is found liable for sexually assaulting E. Jean Carroll. And then after that happened, he made fun of her and called her names and defamed her. And now he owes her $80 million. So not only did you vote for an adjudicated rapist, you voted for a man who makes fun of sexual survivors. You must be really proud of yourself. Oh, was it worth the money in your bank account? Did you get more money in your check? Oh, were your taxes lower? Yeah, you just had to do it, huh? If E. Jean Carroll was your mom, would you vote for him? Your aunt? Your daughter? Your grandma? Not a chance in hell, right? So why was it okay that it happened to someone else's mom or aunt or daughter? Because you're a selfish prick. Because you don't actually care about the better good of society. You only care about yourself. And that's disgusting. This is why I don't watch these left and right wing bros debate Trump supporters. Because they move on from the fact that this man is an adjudicated rapist. That is the end of the conversation. Justify it. They can't. Then it's over. There is no common ground. And it's this disrespect that's disgusting in this country. 250 years, half of our country are women. Half. And still haven't had one president. And you people went to the voting booth, voted for a felon, a rapist, a pedophile who is defending pedophiles, who caused an insurrection, who cheats on his wife, who calls women fat, who calls women piggy, and said, yep, I'm not voting for the black woman. Not going to do it. I need more taxes. You voted for white supremacy because you're disgusting human beings. That is not a difference of opinion. It's a difference in morals, in values, and you don't have them. You're nothing more than a horde of capitalism. As long as you benefit from a policy, you don't care. Because it wasn't your mom. Would you vote for Jeffrey Dahmer? Hey, I don't like that he murdered people, but I got more tax and overtime. Would you vote for Hitler? I really like his tax plan. I don't vote for the man. How about Jim Jones? Well, that's really bad what he did with the Kool-Aid, but man, I got more money in my bank account. And you same people wave your Bibles and your crosses, and I say this as a person of faith, and say, I'm pro-life, but you voted for a man that assaults women. Because you don't value loving thy neighbor as thyself. You love money. It is easier for the camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. You don't build your wealth up in heaven where moth and rust can't get to it. You build it here on earth because that's all you care about. I hope that clears it up for people in my life that are confused as to why I'm upset. Because yes, I personally have women. A family member that was on the phone crying with me because she was a victim of assault. And people like you said, I don't give a fuck if he rapes women as long as I get more money because I'm pro-life and it's bullshit. Because you actually don't care about the life once it's born. You don't care if it has health care, a living wage, affordable housing. You don't give a fuck if it's shot in a school or a movie theater or a shopping mall. Nothing to see here. There's just nothing we can do. But if there's a transgender athlete, 10 out of 250,000 out of all college, that's a bridge too far. I have to vote for the rapist because I'm pro-life. You are why we're here as a society. You have a fucked up moral compass. If you don't want Harris, then don't vote for her. That's your right. But the reality is she was the most qualified presidential candidate in the history of this country, and you would rather vote for a rapist and a pedophile over the most qualified black woman. And until we address that, then we're never going to be a great country. Have a good day.